Thank you for tuning into the Art of Grace podcast, where God is creating a better you. I am your host, Farra. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. My special guest today is none other than Marie Donato of Queens of Destiny. Listen, Marie's story is going to inspire you. It will also ignite you. Marie has a true heart for women. Listen in to the art of being set free. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Art of Grace podcast, where God is creating a better you. Merry Christmas. I know that Christmas has just passed, but listen, we're still in works of recording and getting new content out to you. And today I have a very special guest with me who some of you might recognize. And I just want to share her bio with you. I'm so happy that she made the time out of her busy schedule, because this lady is super busy. She does have a family and it is the holiday time. But she was so open. We talked today yesterday, right? I think we talked yesterday to just jump into it and get online and just share her story with you all. And I was super excited after talking to her yesterday. So Mrs. Marie Donato, a proud New Jersey native and a U.S. Army veteran, is a mother of 5 with a deep passion for creating unforgettable moments, as an accomplished event and wedding planner, as well as a skilled chef and a pastry chef. Marie founded her business to provide families with high-quality, personalized services and accommodate any budget. Her dedication to excellence and creativity has made her a sought-after expert in the industry, known for turning dreams into reality with grace and precision. 2 years ago, she launched an empowerment brunch, offering women a safe space to heal and grow within a supportive sisterhood of fellow business owners, friends, and mentors. This initiative has become a beacon of hope and connection, embodying Marie's vision of fostering community, strength, and transformation while celebrating the potential of women everywhere. Welcome with me, Mrs. Marie Donato.
Thank you.
Marie, it feels like we've known each other for a long time. You know, just talking to you on the phone yesterday, well, there was definitely a connection because we are 2 northern girls.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so I'm a New York native, she's a New Jersey girl. And we just have a way of just finding each other, you know. And so I had an opportunity this past July to attend one of her events, and it was breathtaking. I love how you use the word grace and precision, because grace is everything for me. And that's what I felt, because I was telling you that yesterday. I had this feeling like, you know, you go into a room or to an event and you visually see something, but for me, it was a feeling.
Wow.
And I was telling you that yesterday. I said, it felt like I felt something. And to see that word grace there, that's what I felt. That's awesome. Love, the grace, the sisterhood. It was last minute. I was telling her I was actually out working out, and my friend Harriet reached out and said, Farrah, there's an event we got to go and attend today. And I had to rush home and get there. And it was meant for me to be in the room.
That's amazing.
It was so meant.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you, because you have never done a podcast before.
No.
You have never shared your story in this way.
No.
At all. So we all know you from seeing all of the beautiful work that you do online, but yet you have this story that has taken you from pain to purpose.
Yes.
And I was like, wow. And being at the event, that was your first time sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I'm so happy I was in the room. I'm so happy that I said yes to be there. And I'm sure there was so many other women that said yes to be there, or felt like, hey, you know, I have something else to do. I should have been somewhere else, but yet they ended up in that room. Because we'll get tons of testimonies after watching this video. Oh, I was at that event. And so that's what we want. We want you to reach out and tell Marie how blessed, you know, you all had at that event. So Marie runs an organization. She's the founder and CEO of Queens of Destiny. And that event happens to be called Adjust Your Crown, Sis.
Yes, ma'am.
And I remember seeing it all over the platforms, especially Shan Lucas. Look, we love you. You are always posting for us. And she was putting it out there about this event, and it just caused a buzz in Orlando. And I mean, were you surprised?
I was. I actually was scared of the outcome.
Okay.
But I was definitely surprised.
What were you scared of?
Because women always think of competition. Getting women together, there's always that thing where they're going to be worried about competition. And I didn't want that. I wanted them to come and feel that this is a place where you don't have to worry about competing with the woman next to you. Yes. We're all beautiful in our own light, so just come and enjoy each other.
I don't know, I just think that surprises me, because I hear that so much about women being in a space together, and you know, they have this weirdness.
Yes.
You know, I come into a room and I just try to own the room, just me by myself. I don't think about those things. I think because I don't think about them, I don't bring that attraction to me, right? So coming into the room, we saw Shan, you know, we got pictures out in the lobby. Joanne, shout out to Joanne Cobb, I love you. You know, Antoinette, Shan's mom, and we just all chopped it up. We got pictures and runway stuff together, and we had a good time. So I think that what was meant to happen for you that day, and for all those women that came. So what was your purpose of all of us coming together, honestly?
The purpose is creating a sisterhood and a network of fellow entrepreneurs, whether you want to start a business or you already have one, how to elevate it to the next level, and to share the stories of the ones that have started from ground zero into where they are now, so that you can see it doesn't matter, you know, what stage you're in, just activate in faith and you'll get there.
That's it. So what made you start your event planning company?
Being a mom of 5, I like creating events for their birthdays.
Okay.
And they've never had like just regular cake birthday parties. Like my oldest, his very first birthday party I did when he was 5. Okay. And I did a superhero boot camp. So I had t-shirts made for all the kids and all that. And some of the parents were asking, like, do you do this for, you know, business? And I was like, no, I just love doing it for my kids. Wow. So, you know, once I got into it where I'm doing different themes for them, I was like, I think I could do this.
So you got the confidence to say, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Because I hate to say this, as Black parents, we do go over the top for our kids' birthdays in some senses. And whether we can afford it or not, we're going to make sure that we're going to make it happen, right? Because I remember my daughter's first birthday, it was a clown, a cake, a popcorn machine. It was just outrageous, you know. But we do that. But I love how you decided to take that, how God saw that in you, you know. Let's go back to you being a veteran.
Yes.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I mean, how did that happen? Because I was supposed to go into the military. I'm just saying this. A lot of people don't know this about me. I actually went to Fort Hamilton, which you know that base in New Jersey.
Yes.
I will never forget Sergeant Ruffin. He came to my high school to try to recruit us. And I decided to sign up, but it was at the start of the Gulf War. Okay. And my grandfather kept hanging the phone up on him. And I was supposed to go to boot camp that summer. So I would have been retired military like just a few years ago. So I don't share that story often, but it always amazes me when I see women like you. I mean, what made you join?
So I had a scholarship to Ohio State for track, and being from Jersey, and I have a pretty dark background up there. And one of the recruiters, when he said, you know, just think of it, you can come back home when school is out. And that was my light bulb, like, I don't want to come back here.
Yeah, right.
So I saw an Army recruiter at the school, and I was just asking about it. And he was like, yeah, you can run track for us too. And you can get paid for it, and we'll pay you to go to school. You know, you get to travel the world. And when he said travel the world, I was like, oh, I don't have to come back to Jersey? Sign me. Where do I go?
This is funny because when I was in high school, I played softball, but the track coach tried to get me. But track is not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy. And I mean, I had to put in time playing softball. I was a bag catcher, but track, when they tried to recruit me, I was like, I think I went out one time and said, I don't want to do this. Like, no, this is not for me. It's a lot of training. Yeah. So that got you away from what we were used to, the inner city. Did you grow up in the inner city?
Yes, I did. One of the poorest neighborhoods that the Jersey Shore has.
Got it.
So my mom, she was a single mom, and she did everything she can to try and prevent, you know, for her kids to go the wrong way. I was the black sheep, literally, of the family. So as you can tell, I don't talk like the average black girl. Yeah. So when my mom moved to the hood, she was more worried about them attacking me because I don't act and talk like them. Yeah. That I was going to get beat up every day. My very first day, because we moved there in my 5th grade year. Wow. My very first day, I got jumped by about 6 girls.
Oh, not surprised. Yeah, because I'm from Brooklyn, so you guys already know. I mean, that's like the initiation thing that we had. I mean, we didn't call it gangs back then, but literally, you know, you had to. I mean, my aunt was a single woman as well, and you know, we very strict. Right. You know, very strict because that was her way of protecting us to be home, and you know, in that. I had a lot of suburban friends, so like you said, you know, the way you talk and the way you know walk, and it's not the same as, you know, what you see around you. So it is not easy to grow up, you know, that way and, you know, decide I'm going to do something different. So the military was your way out.
That was my way out
Wow.
of everything.
So was that also your opening to like cooking and things like that? Because some people do start cooking in the military. I mean, there's so many different jobs.
That was my MOS. I was 92 Golf as a cook, so did my training as that. And the fact that you can create something out of nothing with just a little dab of this and a little bit of that.
They loved you.
I was having so much fun with it. Yes, ma'am. Till this day, I'll still create concoctions and make him try it.
Listen, United States Army military people, we love you, but we know that you all get the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
The bottom of the barrel. So you created something out of nothing, and that's what you've done with this company that you have. Like you created. I mean, when I was sharing with you last night about the butterfly.
The butterfly. Yes.
And you told me you made that.
Yes, ma'am.
I got video of this because I walked in, and it was like walking into another place.
Enchantment.
It was like the Garden of Eden almost to me. Like it was just that, like it was just that luscious and just beautiful, and the feeling of it. And I got this video of this butterfly moving, and I told my husband this was one of the most beautiful events I've ever gone to. So I don't think that I hope that you're not second guessing that this was what your calling was.
Not anymore. Especially the story behind the butterfly. There was two actually, and one was bigger than the other. The bigger one was my grandmother.
Oh wow!
She was my inspiration to even get started. She, from the age of 15, never had a job. She owned businesses. Wow. So, and we lost her last year at the age of 92. Wow. But till the day she died, she never worked. She always had businesses, and she took care of people in the community. So I'm like, if she could do that, when they had barely anything, and we have everything to our disposal, then I definitely can take it to the next level.
And that was one thing you said here. You said that your vision was fostering community. It wasn't just about, I'm trying to get rich, okay? Right. So many people nowadays are online trying to get rich and trying to do something for themselves, and we're not doing it for ourselves.
No, ma'am.
I mean, behind your story is something where I want to bring someone else up. I want to elevate someone else.
We're supposed to.
Yes.
As a people, as a human being, I feel like there's so much that bad and negative in the world that there's not enough people like us that can see something better in somebody and we want the best for them. That's my heart gets me in trouble a lot.
Yes.
I get to laugh a lot.
Yes. We were just having this conversation before we got online that when you have that giver's heart and that servant's heart, you will give away your very soul, but we still have to live. In her bio, it said she has 5 kids, right? So what comes with 5 children? It comes responsibilities, right? It comes your home. And so your grandmother, this lady, I want to hear a little bit more about her.
The amazing Marie. I'm named after her.
Oh. Look at this.
Yeah, I'm named after her and her mom. My grandmother, she, even at her older, tender age, she would go into the community. She would see like homeless people or mentally challenged people, and she started a boarding home and a nursing home for them. Wow. So for the people that the state no longer wants to pay for, she would go and get them, bring them to the boarding home. She'd feed them, get them together, find their families for them, and she, basically housed them until their families wanted them, or if not, she adopted them. So
this sounds like a true Samaritan story.
She is. She absolutely
like that is wild.
She absolutely is. Till the day I will tell you anything about her. Now, I'm not gonna say she wasn't a mean person because she will.
Let's use the word tough, right?
And the love was tough.
Well, I love that you just said that, right? Because that is one of the things that we are labeled as African American women is being very vocal, and it's okay to, because we have to live out loud. We have to say what's on our mind, not all the time, right? It's how we say it. But that was their generation. Yeah. That was that weapon. Love. That tough love, yeah.
Oh yeah, because like if you were crying, she was like, "What you got to cry for? You ain't dead." And she started yelling at you, "Get up and go fix whatever you broke." That's how she was.
So she was your drill sergeant before you went to the military, basically. Ma'am. She was that. So it's easy. You got through that easy.
I cried the first 2 weeks too. Of boot camp, I called my mom whenever the first chance they gave us, a chance on the phone. Yeah. I called her every single day, just come get me.
What did your mom think about you joining the military? Because joining back then versus now is a little bit different.
Right. My mom, she was a little different. She had a different opinion about it. Okay. First of all, me being a female, joining the military, and then the other thing was she didn't want her nest empty. because
Okay.
everybody was still home. Even my oldest brother and sister were still living
Yes,
there. And I'm like,
that's something that we struggle with in our community, right? Is we love to have family at home and around us, but yet we can be the biggest stumbling block for our kids sometimes, right? And getting them out the door.
Right.
you
My
know?
mom, she loves her circle tight,
Yeah.
and I always used to say it was controlling, but it's just the love that she had that she didn't want to let go of.
Yeah.
So it's just, I felt like, no, I don't want to be like them. When I said black sheep, I was her rebel.
Got
Anything
it.
she said go left, I went right,
You went
because
right.
everybody else was going left. And
Yeah.
I always felt like in order for me to get out of this, I have to break the cycle of staying in the house where
Got it.
she had.
I can I can see that story in so many people and so many of us, right? Because we do struggle with that. So what lesson is that for you, for your children now?
I shelter them. I feel like I kind of gave it to them the way my mom gave it to me, and I feel like I did hinder them a little bit to be able to go out on their own.
Okay.
I'm very grateful that my two oldest have joined the military, and they're like, they still are a little needy.
Okay.
But they're trying to find themselves as grown men.
Oh, I love that. So are they, what branch are they in? Military, Army?
My oldest is a Marine, and the other one is in the Army.
Wow, thank you so much for their service. That's so beautiful. I love that, people are still believing in that, because a lot of people don't believe in the military, but we have a lot of safety because of them. And so I used to be a contractor for the military, and I always pay homage, always.
I appreciate it.
So Queens of Destiny. So tell me what inspires you to start Queens of Destiny.
I will only say God did.
Okay. And as we were getting ready, because we have some behind the scene help over here, you can't see them, but we have Tony, her family in the room, Tony and her daughter's here. And when she came to start the camera, she said, Destiny, start the camera. And I was like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Destiny, there's a whole story behind her too.
Okay.
That's my miracle baby. That's why her name is Destiny. She's different from the others. My others are Shahan, Rashan, and Ushan.
Okay.
But Destiny, she was actually born, she had a heart attack 5 hours after she was born, and then a week later. So that's why her name is Destiny.
And she's still here. She's pressing the camera button for us people. She's our executive producer today. And you want to know what? We're going to speak life into this, because Destiny will be on an episode soon enough, because she is a very talented photographer. I just found it out yesterday. So listen, she's growing. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen with her. I just cannot wait. It's going to be good.
Yes, ma'am.
So Queens of Destiny.
Yes. So I had a dream. I woke up at 5 a.m. from the dream. I literally saw from beginning to end of the first conference. I saw the colors. I saw the title, and then looking out.
So you went from meeting in my kitchen with a bunch of friends to conference.
Yes.
This dream. It was like.
Yes. So it was amazing, because I literally was sitting on the stage with a panel of very strong women, and they were sitting with crowns on their head. And I look out, and all you can see is just faces of women, just multitudes. And then I looked down, and I saw the program. I saw the title of the program, and it said A Walk into Freedom. And I saw the colors. So I woke up at 5 o'clock, and by 5:15 I was done writing everything I needed to do.
Wow.
And then I called Nisha Jennings of Slay Queen's Closet. Well, no, excuse me, I didn't call her. She was the first person I saw on the panel. And I was on my way to take my son to school, and I said, I'm gonna call her as soon as I drop him off.
You know what? I need to reach out to her, because I was at an event and there was a dress that got sold out that I wanted.
They sell out fast.
Listen, people, I'm gonna put her on platform on this episode, because their stuff was amazing. I had an opportunity to meet her, and I was like, where's that dress? That she was like, I couldn't hold it. So yes, I'm so happy that you all are connected.
Yes.
So you saw she was a part of this vision.
Yes, ma'am. And then as soon as I dropped my son off, it wasn't seconds that he got out of the car. She was calling me. She was like, we need to do a women's conference. I said, girl, do you understand I was about to call you? Because I literally dreamed that. And I said, God gave me the vision to get one, so it's a safe space for women.
Wow.
Because I have 3 sisters, but I don't have 3 sisters.
Yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
So it's like, I want women to be able to come together, find that sisterhood, find that place where if I need a shoulder to cry, I don't need money from you. I just need you to wipe my tears and hear what I got going on.
Yes.
That's all it is. And I've never had that.
I mean, with your event coming in, from the women that you had welcoming us in, it was just love from beginning all the way through. So just to assure you of that, because when God hears your heart, that, we have family, we have relatives, two different things, right? And so many of my friends have stepped in as sisters.
That's
You know,
the thing.
and it's like
Right.
they didn't know that. They didn't know, but God knew that that was something that I wanted.
Right.
You know, even though I have sisters, but they're not tangibly here.
Right.
You know, so that was your sidekick to
She-
start off.
Yes, she was my strength.
And then God had to talk to her too, because here she goes calling you.
I mean, it wasn't seconds I got out of the car with him.
Wow.
And I was like, I was literally about to call you, but
Yeah.
hey, she couldn't hold it. So she called me immediately.
Queens of Destiny. He gave you that name. So
Yes, ma'am.
So you saw the crown, you saw all these women. Here's the thing with you, because you shared with me yesterday that you never share about yourself.
Right.
Why?
I always felt like I considered myself a small fry.
Yeah.
That suffering in silence, nobody else needs to deal with what you're going through.
Yeah.
They have their own problems. Everybody has their own struggles. So why would I, because the person I am, want you to have to battle and struggle what I'm going through on top of yours? So I just kept it to myself.
But you need people around you who pushing you.
And they
stuff.
have.
Yeah, and so this was your first years. So, and this is how when I met Marie, she was talking up, you know, when you came up to share about the event, and you started sharing about yourself, and that just grabbed my attention. It just grabbed my attention, and I was like, wow, I would have never known that just from seeing you and seeing what you've accomplished, that you would have went through that pain.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, you were willing to talk about it now, because I mean, it has to be a will, right? I don't like to push people into saying things that they don't want to say about themselves or to share their testimonies. But you felt like, okay, today is the day I'm going to have this conversation with the ladies.
It's because I was told it was needed. Not only by Miss B, you know, she was like my kind of my angel on my shoulder. Just like, people need to know why they're here. They need to understand the person that created this and why they're here. And I always said, like, but I didn't want people to judge me for what I went through, because for so long the pain had me ashamed of what I've been through. Because when I first tried to tell family members what happened, a response from a certain family, well, what did you do to make him try that?
Wow.
I was like, I'm 12.
Yes.
What could I have done?
Yes, what could I have done?
So that was my pullback. No one needs to know, because now I'm always going to be judged if I say someone did something wrong. So I never. That's kind of molded me to hold everything I went through.
Which can be for us, and we've seen this in our community, and I hate to say this, I mean, all communities struggle with this, right? But what happens in the house stays in the house, or what happens in the family stays in the family,
right.
You know, and then we hold on to this, and it's passed down to our kids, it's passed down to generations behind us. And the one thing that you said to me yesterday was that, Farrah, I'm the first in my family to do many things, you know, and so let's elaborate on that.
Okay, so I'm the first in my family to, you know, leave the nest.
Yes.
I joined the military, and I'm the first person that started a business and keeps it going.
Yes.
With my family, everyone believes a consistent paycheck is the way to live. And I don't feel that way. I feel like God created us to be our own bosses, to be our own makers of our wealth. And it's not just money, it's wealth is knowledge as well. So when they stay stuck and clocking someone else's clock and stuck on someone else's time, I feel like that's not where God wants us. So
that's been a security for a lot of us in our community, is that regular paycheck, and we're getting somebody else rich.
Right.
You know, so
because it's from our ancestors. They were told in order to make it in life, you have to work. You got to be an employee. And I don't feel that way at all. And that's one of the reasons, even through going through what I went through, I'm like, I'm going to get this business. I started the business. My family and my children, we were homeless for 6 months before even getting the business started. You know, and I had $500. I'm like, what am I going to do? Start a business? I'm going to feed them and find a home? So I saw the bigger picture. I'm going to invest this money. I'm going to, at the same time, I found a program that helped us, you know, find a home. And, you know, it was a veteran program, and they helped us pay the rent and the bills. And at the same time, I was able to use the money to, you know, market and, you know, get leads. And
listen, for you guys who are watching this, don't say never, right? So listen, if you're enjoying Marie's story, we're going to take a quick break. going to come back. Look, she has way more to share, so I'm stopping her in the middle of it, but I'm going to share a quick message from Marie, so stick with us. Don't leave us, okay?
Hello everyone, my name is Marie Donato. I am the owner of Dreams and Experiences Events, where we can allow you to experience your dreams together with us. And I'm also the founder of Queens of Destiny. I want to thank you all for checking out this episode and allowing me to be transparent and giving my story and bringing it to you. Don't forget our contest. We have for 2 lucky winners. We need you to go to our Facebook page and our Instagram page and follow. And then I need you to post on one of the comments on the Facebook page and tell us what empowers you and why you should be a part of Queens of Destiny. I also have an insider for you guys, and that is we are releasing 25 tickets to you guys just for checking out this episode. So I want you to go on the link that we have on our Facebook page for Eventbrite, and it is Queens of Destiny. We are the standard. That is our theme for this year, July 26th, for our gala. Now, the best part about that, tickets are on sale February 1st, but we are allowing 25. That's what I said, 25 available for you. And guess what? They're buy one, get one free. So you get the quick insider grab for all of y'all checking out my episode. Tickets do go on sale February 1st, so you get them first access. It doesn't get any better than that. Our Instagram page is QOD Empowers. Our Facebook page is Queens of Destiny. And for all of your event planning needs, including catering, you can find us on Instagram at Dreams and Experiences Events. And my website is experienceyourdreams.com. I again want to thank you all so much, and I would love you all. Don't forget to put God first and let Him guide you and be your light. Until then, I'll see you July 26th. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Is this not an amazing episode? Listen, Marie just left that little message for you all, so make sure you reach out to her on her platforms, and stay to the end of this video because there will be a giveaway, so you don't want to miss that. And we're going to tell you the details of how you can win the prize. It's actually 2 people, right? We're doing a giveaway for 2 people, right?
Yes.
So Marie, we ended up with you talking about living in a vehicle with your children. And it's perplexing to me how we live in the United States of America. You were a U.S. veteran, you served our country, and you're living in a car with your kids.
Yes, ma'am.
How does that happen?
I want to say that I made a improv decision to come here with what I had and the limited things that I had. But I was leaving an abusive marriage, so that was my way of escape.
Got it.
And I felt like, go to Florida. It's the farthest away from everybody.
Yes.
He's gonna try and find you at your friends and family.
Yes.
There was none of that here. This was unfamiliar, so I had no other choice but to make it work.
Got it.
So,
and with you traveling, you knew that you knew a spot, right? Because I mean, you weren't just a Jersey person. You got out and you ventured.
Right.
So unlike a lot of people who stay within their community and they don't have that support and they're stuck there, but you like, you know what? I know where I'm going to go.
Yes. So I just decide, you know what? I know Florida is not a familiar place, and that will be the fire under my feet to whatever I want to happen.
Yeah.
I have no choice but to make it work. So that's what I did. We stayed at a hotel for a little bit, and then money ran out of that.
Yeah.
So here we are in a car, and then
and at least you had a vehicle, because some women don't even have that.
Barely had that. The water pump was busted on it, and the tires were bad. So
oh my goodness.
Barely had that.
Thank you for the person that didn't throw Marie out of the parking lot with her kids in the car. Thank you so much for that. Wow.
But we were blessed by a program that helped us find a place and helped us pay the bills, you know. And in that sense, I was able to become Orange County Public Schools vendor for their proms and their homecomings. And that was my very first contract.
Really?
So I was like, once I got them, I said, oh yeah, it's on from here. So I just took all of that.
So you said you started out with the little bit of monies that you had left. You're in the car with your kids. You have this monies to well, they gave you enough to get you guys out of the vehicle, and now you have this money's, and everything for a mom is for our kids.
Correct.
So that's a leap of faith in itself to say, okay, I can use this money for this, but I'm going to use it for this.
Because I saw a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Do I just spend this and then try and find a job and then still paycheck to paycheck?
Yeah.
Or do I turn this into something that my kids can have even later?
Yes.
And it's an untapped income instead of a limit, a salary. So that's how I looked at it.
Wow. So how did your ears and eyes become open to that? Because when you're in a situation like that, where you've now coming from a tight-knit family, your mom, you're used to being around all of these people, even if it's good or bad, right? So now by myself, I have these kids, and then I'm gonna make this decision to take this monies. What was the light bulb for you in that?
That I can do it.
That you can do it.
Them.
Yes.
I gotta do it for them.
Yeah.
I don't want them to see me fail, and I'm very competitive at the same time. I had people telling me, you're gonna fail. And actually my oldest, I did not know at the time, had reached out to his dad and was like, we just need $10 for groceries. Wow. Can you just help mom out? And he said, tell her to come home and I'll take care of all of y'all.
Wow.
Why would I put myself back in that?
Yeah.
So that was my fire. Oh no, I'm gonna prove you wrong because you think I can't do it. So I'm gonna do it.
And so to have that courage not to go back, because so many women, if a woman is watching right now, what can you say to that woman who goes back?
It's
over
okay to
and
start
over and over again, but they go back to that person, they're a victim because it's scary, right?
It's extremely scary,
Yeah.
especially if that person breaks your mindset
Yes.
and makes you fully reliant on them. That was my case. That was my situation where my money is going into a joint account, but I'm getting an allowance.
Got it.
And that's how I ended up with the $500. That was my last allowance for him, and that's not I'm gonna write.
Wow.
So it's like when you have that mindset that you're broken and you have no other choice, then that's when you need that friend.
Yes.
There, that listen to that friend. They're not trying to hurt you, they're trying to help you. I didn't have that. The only thing that I did have was my dad at the time.
Okay.
And my dad would tell me occasionally, you can always come here, you can always come here, but I don't want to rely on anybody.
Yeah.
I want to be independent, so I never took that.
Yeah.
So for the women that don't have that, that connection with someone,
Yes.
you got to find the strength within yourself. When you're tired, and I've been saying this now, when you're tired and you're really, really tired, you'll walk away.
What was your all the way breaking point?
My all the way breaking point was when I woke up one morning and he was standing over me looking at me, and then he walked away. As if I could have killed you in your sleep and you would have never known.
And that was like, I better do something.
I better do that.
Because you're not doing it just for you, you're doing it for your babies.
Right.
Right? Because it's like, okay, I got to give them something different. They have to hear and see something different. Not to say that they saw anything happen.
Right.
Because a lot of abuse happens behind the closed doors, where the kids don't even know that their mom or their father is in a situation like that.
Correct. That was my point. My children did not, what my girls did, and I can't say that, but I know my oldest because he was the first, he saw majority of it.
Yes.
So I didn't want that for them. I stayed because I come from a single mom home, and I'm like, I want my kids to have both. But there was a time that once that situation happened, I was like, either I'm gonna end up in jail, or I'm gonna be dead. Or both of us is going to be in a bad situation, and then the kids don't have neither one.
Because it's not like you couldn't have went and got a gun or
right.
Because you're military, right? You know how to defend yourself in a lot of ways, but when it comes to breaking down the mindset, the strongest women become weak in that area. People say, why did you do? Why did, but you can't tell that person why didn't they leave or why didn't they go somewhere, because it's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
Being broken down.
When you have someone that alienates you from everything that you had as a comfort zone, and then tell you the only thing that matters is them, it's hard to see outside of that, because now you see this person is actually taking care of you. This person's doing something different. Granted, the abuse is the same, but it feels different because this person is finishing it with a "I love you."
Yes. Yeah.
So it's really hard to kind of snatch away from that when this person telling you, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I won't do it again." And I do love you, as opposed to just being beaten and you just walking away. I used to say all the time, I would rather you beat me because this doesn't go away.
Yeah.
The bruises do.
Yeah.
I used to say that all the time, but then, you know, it's like once you broke my mind, beating me was normal. Like I didn't even flinch anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like it was a normal, here comes the slap. You know?
Yeah. So when you came here and your kids were your biggest inspiration, was there another person or someone or a place that was another inspiration for you?
My grandmother.
Yeah.
Marie.
Miss Marie.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Little Marie. And
Yes.
calls her Aunt
Yes.
Marie. Yes, I reached out to her one time because I was afraid if my family knew where I was, they would tell him.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell anybody, not even my mom. And I just happened to reach out to her, and she was like, I was calling the FBI on you because you just disappeared. And she told me, she said, do what you have to do for them kids.
Yeah.
And just make it work. I'm always here for you no matter what. So I just knew I had her.
Yeah.
So if this didn't work, everything else failed, I can at least go to her.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people don't like to go to their families because they're putting them in an unsafe situation too, right? Because anything can happen. People get upset, you know, they show up at people's homes. Oh, wow, what strength. Did you know how much strength you had?
No, I didn't. I honestly didn't. The only thing that really motivated me was I did not want them in that situation. So I didn't care about me. There was nights that they ate and I did not.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care about me. I was so broken that I didn't care what I looked like. I didn't care anything about me, my hair or anything. 3 years ago, I was 255 pounds.
Oh my goodness,
I
no
just
way.
didn't care.
No way.
I let life just take it over. And I was more concerned about them, making sure that they were good. So as long as they were good, I was good.
So now your children are older. I mean, what are those conversations like? Because I mean, you have beautiful children. I'm here with your daughters today, and I mean, they're gonna run circles around us, right? You know, so you know, what do they think now?
So it's a 50-50 with them because my boys, they didn't understand.
Yes.
So you know, they felt like I chose that life and the things that I did over them because they felt like I made them suffer. So the conversation with them is
a little bit different,
than it is with my girls. My girls, they get it.
And the boys will at some point too. I know they
I'm very grateful.
And I'm sure they're going to be amazing husbands, amazing men. You know, because it's like, you know, you want to change things. You want change. So now you have your business that is thriving.
Yes.
It's growing. You have grown a brand that paints purpose.
Yes.
Well, I mean, what do you think? I mean, you had Marie as a mirror, your grandmother. So I love that. You have this strong woman, and now you're, in a sense, walking in her shoes, but doing it greater as well. What do you think about that?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
My main thing is I want women to feel like there is something out there for you. Yes. You don't have to stay in that relationship. You know, I want them to come to these events to get empowered and say, you know what? That's actually the title of the event coming. It's We Are the Standard.
Okay, let's talk about the event. Okay, because listen, the event is coming up. I'm going to let you ladies know right now, today, that these tickets will be on sale February the 1st.
Yes.
This event will sell out. Let me just say this again. This event will sell out. So you want to make sure that you get your tickets. And we're going to also be on Facebook in another week or so talking about it. But your event, I'm sure that there was tons of testimonies that came out of this event.
Yes, ma'am.
Because for me it did. You know, I mean, I showed up and I wasn't supposed to be there. And here I go showing up right in time to hear you speak and to stop you. You had this glam, you were glammed. And I'm like, I'm going to just say it and ask her to be on my podcast with me. And this was months ago, and she reached out to me. You know, I said, I want to give her this first opportunity because I know that I've been filling up. But what was your desire with starting this?
I wanted to create a sisterhood for me.
Yes, yeah.
And then for it to grow from there. Because I've always desired to have that friend or that sister that I can call that, like, I suffer in silence. Like I said, I don't want people to have to deal with what I go through. Yeah. So I actually got tired of it. I felt myself getting weak because I actually posted a few months ago, check on your strong friends because we're not doing good because we don't have nobody else to lean on. Yes. And I felt myself getting weak where I'm taking it, but I'm crying more.
Yeah.
You know, because I got tired of that. So I felt like, okay, God, if you're giving me this, it's just as long as you don't put me in front of the camera.
Yes.
As long as you don't give the mic to me.
Yes.
I want to create that, and hopefully out of it, I can grow some relationships too. Because I've been here since 2013.
Oh, we moved here at the same time.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Oh
sir.
my gosh.
I've never had that friend. So I had people that called themselves friends.
Yeah.
But the second I told you no, that I can't do this, I'm your enemy.
I think that this is so crazy because this year, this is 2024. I've been here since 2013, had not ventured out to go to anything
Oh, wow.
until this year.
Oh,
Until this year. And I've now started to build all of these sisterhoods and friendships. And what do you do for yourself?
I create.
Okay, so your creating is your therapy.
Yes.
Okay.
I create. So I started, getting visions of making things and like, okay, I'll do that. So I'll start, picking and playing with it until I can, manifest it. And then once I see it in my head,
Yes.
I just go and I start creating it.
Wow. I mean, your work is just beautiful.
Thank
And I love what you're doing. And so that $500, how did you take that and flip that?
I started buying leads. So I got on a lead catcher website.
Okay.
And in order to respond to the clients, you have to pay for them. So, once I got down, I think it was like $60 I had left on there as a credit.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lord Jesus.
And then you have to buy the stuff to create.
Yes.
Right?
So that was the blessing I had with Orange County being my very first lead and
How did that happen?
contract.
How?
So it was a bidding war. So once I reached out to the school, I was very persistent. I think the lady probably thought I was a stalker because I actually went up to the school too. Once I found out it was Edgewater High School.
Okay.
I
love that area. It's a beautiful area. Yes.
Beautiful. So I went up there and I asked for the counselor that is in charge of the homecoming. I was like, I received your lead. I'm sending the emails, but I don't know if you're getting it. So just want to put a face with the name that you guys are getting the email if you don't mind. She said I was very persistent, and that's what she liked. She was just too busy, so she never saw any of the emails or the other people that were sending the emails too.
Wow.
So, but because I came up there, she was willing to get
And with security in schools, you showing up.
Yes. I got an ID. You can let me in the door.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, so me doing that, and it actually ended up being homecoming for them. I turned their cafeteria into a haunted mansion.
Wow.
500 students. So I ended up catering it and decorating it, and they fell in love with me. So I ended up doing their proms and homecoming since.
That's amazing. What an amazing story of transformation. And let me ask you this question. How do you move forward with forgiving?
I have to.
Okay.
For me, that was a lot of my healing of finding me.
Okay.
Because prior to the person you see today,
Yeah.
because I didn't forgive, I stayed angry
Yes.
all the time. It didn't matter what the person said. If you were trying to be nice or you're apologizing, I was still angry.
Yeah.
So I would do a lot of screaming, a lot of fighting.
Yeah.
And I had reached to the point, and actually my daughter Sean, actually, she saved my life.
Really?
Because what I was going through with my marriage and then with my family and the anger that I was carrying for so long, I was on a binging of drinking and drugs.
Got it.
And I went on this little weekend of I'm gonna just drink and take whatever possible, just so I can numb myself from what I'm going through with my marriage.
Got it.
I was sick to my stomach that Monday, and I go on base, and I'm like, I
On
need
base?
some. Yeah. I go
Oh,
on
wow.
base. And I was like, I need something, just like I can't keep nothing down. So they did a pregnancy. Said, well, you're 3 months pregnant. That's why you can't keep nothing down.
Wow.
So I actually hated myself because everything that I did that weekend, with being 3 months pregnant, I could have killed her.
Yeah.
And knowing that, I found out it was a girl. I said, I don't want her to be me. So it's time to make a change.
Yes.
So that was, she saved me because I didn't want her to be me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I vowed they'll never feel what I felt. They'll never feel unloved. They'll never feel hurt. They'll never feel abuse.
I thank goodness that happened. I'm happy that you are here today and that I know you and that I've been able to be at one event that's blessed me. So just imagine how many more women you're going to bless being in their presence and them being in your
That would be
presence.
awesome.
Yes,
That
I
would
love
be so
it.
awesome.
What a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Yes, I love it. So let's share about the event.
Yes,
Let's talk about that. That's coming up very soon.
Yes.
Before we know it, I mean,
July
listen,
26th.
time goes by so fast. Tickets gonna sell so quick. So share about the title of that event.
Yes. We actually have sold out each time.
Oh yeah,
So far.
yeah.
It's that 11th hour. I'm like, okay, Lord, you gave this to me now.
Yes.
I got 5 tickets, so what's going on? And
Yes.
then next thing you know,
It's
it's like
that's
bam,
it.
bam, bam, bam. So we have sold out every single time.
Yes.
So Queens of Destiny it's a movement. I won't call it like a conference. I won't call it anything else but a movement because I want it to be where cities are calling and say, my women need you.
Love that.
To come to this town and to help us, strengthen us, because we all need it at some point.
Yes.
We could be. I'm one of the strongest people. I give the tough love my grandmother gave. You know, I don't wipe tears. You know,
Yes,
my grandmother will slap them. I won't slap them, but you know, I give the same tough love because I won't jelly back you because this world will eat you up.
That's right. Yeah.
So I want it to be where people are calling and saying like, we need you in the town to give us this strength. And I want the women that come out and speak to empower them, to show them, listen, I went through this, I went through that, you can do it.
Yes.
So Queens of Destiny to me is that kind of movement. I want it to be able to go on the road. Of course, we're going to tackle Florida first.
Yes,
because
yeah.
when I got here, I saw how so many women walk with their head down.
Yes, yes.
That drove me crazy.
Wow.
Just to see whether it didn't matter what color. It's just women down here are so degraded and so broken that they feel like they don't have any power.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that God had chose me, even though
And you've seen that. Like you're conscious to see that.
Yes.
You know.
Because even speaking to some of them, you know, I actually had a conversation with a young lady, and I said how it started is I said hello to her, and she kind of looked at her man if she could speak back, and I'm like,
wow,
how you doing today, sir?
Yeah.
Like, you know, just to let him know I'm talking to her. So it's like that kind of stuff really bothers me.
Yeah.
Because I come from that kind of control. So it's like I feel like women need that kind of strength, and we need to stop competing with each other.
Yeah.
So Queens of Destiny to me is that we are all destined to do something. It doesn't matter, you know, if it's a business, it doesn't matter. You can do a movement for anything. So I want the women to come.
Yes.
And I want
hear
them
that,
to be
ladies?
empowered.
Maria wants you to come. She wants you
Yes.
to be empowered.
Yes.
Yes.
And to get the strength that, you know, no matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter how it started, it's how you finish and keep moving forward.
Yes. I forgot to start this episode out with saying happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you.
I loved your birthday video. You were sharing it by yourself. It was very tearful. And then you showed all your sisters surprising you for your birthday.
Yes.
I mean, how'd you feel?
I felt amazing. I've never celebrated my birthday before.
I saw that in that video.
I never have. My mom would still argue that. She was like, you've had birthday parties. I'm like, Mom, no.
No,
Stop
yeah.
it.
Yeah, right?
I've
Yeah, it was all of us.
Never had a birthday party. But, you know, it's like I've always wanted to celebrate, you know, me. I'm celebrating everybody. I have a company that celebrates people.
Yeah.
And I'm always, it doesn't matter if you're my life, you're gonna feel celebrated because it's your birthday, your celebration of life. So I've never had that.
Yeah.
And this year I wanted to have a party. I wanted to have the Millionaires Ball. But because my vision was so big, my pockets didn't match. So I said, okay, I gotta wait till next year.
Yeah.
Dang on.
Hey.
So I told the girls, I said, I'm stop planning because I want it to be the way I want it. If I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it the way I want it.
It's gonna have that Marie stamp on it.
So they were all like, okay, well, we could just go out to brunch. I was like, no, everybody go enjoy your family. I don't want, it's another day.
Yes.
I'm used to it. I'm 45 years old. I'm used to it. It's just another day. So Shan and Kim actually was like, well, Shan's going on vacation. And she was like, I would like to at least have brunch with you for your birthday before I leave for my vacation. So I was like, okay, well, yeah, brunch after church, we can do this.
We can do that.
We could do it. And when I got there, I was like, wait a minute, that's not just Kim, that's not just Shan.
Oh my God.
I'm seeing all of my girls.
That's
And
beautiful.
they all turned around and was like, we got you. I'm like, I broke down. I've never felt that.
I saw
kind
that
of
video that you posted and it was so heartfelt. I loved it. And that's what it's all about, right? I mean, that wiped away all the competition, all that love that they showed you was so beautiful to see.
Yes. I mean, I
so
immediately
beautiful.
broke down. I've never felt that kind of what is the word? I'm trying to say the word of like, I've never felt that kind of affection or appreciation of who I am to people. I give so much that I've never seen it come back. And so the fact
it's hard
that
for us to receive as women. It was so hard for us, the ones who, when we have that servant's heart, to receive anything.
Right.
You know?
That's the truth.
Yeah, so they had to surprise you.
They got me so good. Because I'm walking in with Christmas gifts. Because I'm like, Shan's going on vacation, Kim's going on vacation. I'm thinking it's just us. And I'm walking in with Christmas gifts for them.
Oh my goodness.
And they were like, why do you bring gifts? And I was like, because it's Christmas Day.
Yeah.
It was like,
it's your birthday. This is
your
your
birthday.
day.
Yeah, they wouldn't even take the gift from me.
Oh my God.
So, it's just, that to me meant
it.
more than anything. That just meant that I'm on the right path with
Yes.
what I'm asking God for.
Yes.
And I'm finally feeling like I'm somebody to somebody and not just a giver.
Well, I'm gonna let you know you're definitely somebody. I mean, I met you the one time, and that's what I felt from you. And so please don't underestimate who you are, please.
I appreciate that.
So share with the ladies how they can win this prize because listen, she's giving away 2 tickets, but there is something that you have to do in order to win them, ladies.
Yes, so we need you to go to Queens of Destiny Facebook page. We would want you to follow it and then also reach out to us on that page and let us know, if you've been empowered by the episode or if there's something that you are in need for elevating yourself to what you need to be empowered with. And then we'll take 2 out of that.
Ooh, 2 out of the bunch. So listen. So in the description of this video, you're going to have all of Marie's platforms. You're going to see how you can win this prize, where you can go to find her, where you can start buying your tickets because we are going to start posting some links. So we want to hear from you. We also, listen, this is what I need you to do because I didn't start the video out with this. I need you to stop what you're doing and subscribe to my page.
Yes.
Subscribe, like, comment, and share because we definitely want to hear from you. This wouldn't be Art of Grace without all of these beautiful women who've come on this year, who I've been able to highlight, who have blessed me. Their stories have blessed me. So if they inspire me, I know that they'll be an inspiration to you. And so that's why I bring them on this platform. And so I thank you so much for joining us today, Marie. This was a wonderful episode.
Thank you.
Wonderful. I so appreciate you opening up and sharing. And you're going to do more sharing.
Yes.
Because there's more women to reach.
Yes.
Not only here in Florida, but in other places, like you said.
Yes. That is
so listen, also share this for someone that you know who is going through what Marie went through. She was transparent in sharing her journey, the trauma, the abuse, and she was so open to share. And there's someone who you may know. Not someone that you may know that's going through this right now who is afraid to take that step. Show them this video, send it to them. Let them know how much you love them by sending them this video, please, because it can save not only that woman, but her children and a whole future that she has in front of her. So until next time, taking our pain and making it into our purpose. Marie Donato, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay, guys, see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Did you enjoy today's episode with Mrs. Marie Donato of Queens of Destiny? Listen, you heard about her giveaways. Make sure that you reach out to her on all of her platforms. Until next time.